Hello everyone and welcome back to beautiful Palmer, Alaska. Today your Mat-Su Miners look to put the pep back in their step as they host the Anchorage Glacier Pilots for the final time in the 2024 season. What's going on everyone? Dylan Simmons and Charlie Fellows joining you live from Herman Brothers Field. And Charlie, Mat-Su is trying to get back to their mid-season form after a doubleheader defeat against the Anchorage Bucks on Monday.
41 at bats.
Count is 2-1 here. Kendrick taking his time, keeping an eye on Marks at second. This is a softly hit ball that gets into right field over the head of Chase Wilcox. On his way to third and now coming home is Marks, and he's going to score. And the Pilots take a 1-0 lead on an RBI single from the Dallas Baptist man, Luke Hefner. Kendrick keeping a close eye on second. This is a chopper left side, and it gets through the third baseman, Dom Patrizzi, and now coming home for the Pilots is going to be Pilots is a team with a 205 average on the season. Kendrick will watch this one go off the glove of the shortstop Bisaccia, and a run's going to score for the Pilots. Cox, Strohmeyer at first. Here's a liner into left center as we go back to the top of the order. And we'll see if Scow can make some solid contact. He had a fly out to center his first time up. And now we'll see if he can get one down here. This pitch is high for ball one.
Stream is back. Hopefully you guys caught that, but if you didn't, Dom Patrizzi with a 2-out RBI single to drive in Chase Wilcox and get Mat-Su on the board. It's 3.
Most importantly, bring it to a 2-2 and make sure that nobody comes in to score.
2-2 from the Wasilla native, and that's hammered out to left field. Going back, Strohmeyer, and right at the base of the wall, he's going to look at that go over the fence for a 2-out grand slam. And a 7-1 hole. The Pilots blow it open in the fourth.
When it comes to putting the ball,
that's hit high and deep out to right center field. Going back on it are the outfielders for the Pilots, and they won't get to it. Rounding third and headed for home here is Blake Baltz. Kellen Strohmeyer's got a stand-up triple, and Blake Baltz is into home plate to double Mat-Su's run count and make it a 5-run ball game.
Man, one of the wildest triples we've seen this season, and I'll tell you what caused that. Luke Stolga out in center field trying to chase after that baseball. Watch that thing almost go underneath the wall that time as well, and now he's had 2 straight games against the Pilots with runs batted in. What a stretch for him against them.
1-0 to Patrizzi, and that's hit well out to right field. Going back on it is Dorn, and he'll make the grab. Tagging and scoring is Strohmeyer, and he'll do so without incident. A sac fly from Patrizzi increases his RBI lead in the ABL, and it is 7-3 here at Herman Brothers.
Make the pitcher second guess, where's the zone at, and where do I send the baseball?
2-0 on the ground, and past the glove of Wilcox into right field. This will score a run. McCausland backs it up, and first to third goes Jacob Cows. Staying at first will be Junior Barajas. He reaches on a fielding error by the first baseman Wilcox, normally sure-handed with the glove, but a costly mistake there. It is 8-3 here in Palmer.
From my vantage point, I think that was the right call, but I could see both sides on that one.
Another payoff pitch for Mendoza. That time it's off to left side of the infield and through for a base hit. That will score Jacob Cows. Another single hit by the Anchorage Glacier Pilots, and they are up by 6 runs in the 7th inning.
It's to the plate, pitched by Tomasello. This is a ground ball up the right side for a base hit. Coming around is Stolga to home. The throw is not in time. Stolga scores, and it's an RBI single for Cows. And the Pilots have put double-digit runs on the board. And Mat-Su will, I'm sure, have to be aware of that as well. 3-0 count. And that's ball 4. So a run's going to come in for Anchorage. Owen Hayes with an RBI on a walk. And the Pilots now with a 12-3 lead.
I hadn't even thought of that. That's a
11-3 leads.
A good point. They're now 2 runs away from the road walk-off win. Try to hit the Bob Gibson. Couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, it didn't quite resonate the same. 0-2 count. Allen looking for one last strikeout for the Pilots on Ryan Richard. This is a fly ball into left center field. It's going to stay in the yard. Stolga's back. He makes the catch. That is out 3, and the game comes to a conclusion. The Anchorage Glacier Pilots come into Palmer, Alaska, and they hand the Mat-Su Miners their biggest home loss of the season by a final score of 11-3. The Miners fall to 12-12 overall and drop their 3rd straight game A game that just wasn't in their favor from the start, and sometimes it's just not your night. It was just